Hi guys, so this subject is something that has been bouncing back and forth with a yes or no through my mind for the past couple months. When I first found out I was having a boy, of course I was like, yeah, I'm going to get him circumcised. Of course, why not? His dad's circumcised and I don't want my child to get made fun of and stuff like that. So I decided to do research because when I was at the hospital and I told the lady that I wanted to get him circumcised because she asked, she said, okay, well, we don't do it here. You'll have to take him to Fredericton, which is the outer city, and it'll be $600. So I started thinking, and I did some research, and I noticed that they do not do it in a lot of places in Canada. So I knew that there had to be a reason. And the reason why is it's more of a cosmetic thing than a medically needed thing. So I decided to do lots of research, because this is a big thing. It's a big decision. It is, because it's a surgical procedure on my infant. So I want to be 100% sure that I'm making the right choice. So I went to a lot of .gov websites, if I didn't already say that, and .org, and also this book has some information on it too, just pros and cons. So basically I found that the pros of it, of being circumcised, are all things that can be preventable except for one, which is the foreskin getting stuck if it's pulled back. So the other ones are just reduces UTIs, inflammation, and greater ease of hygiene, and supposedly prevents STDs. The cons of circumcision are, of course, it's very painful and stressful for the baby. It's not medically needed. It causes a loss of sensitivity. So, gosh, with that being said, preventing STDs can happen whether my child is circumcised or not. Of course, I'm just going to have to explain to him what to do, you know. So whether you're circumcised or not, you could still get an STD. If you're going around having unprotected sex, you're going to get an STD. Most likely, basically. I didn't know if that sounded bad, but most likely you will. If you're having a lot of unprotected sex with numerous partners, then you're going to get an STD. Just because you're circumcised doesn't mean that you're protected. No. I think that a lot of this, you know, like greater ease of hygiene, it's not going to be that hard to teach my son how to pull back his penis and wash it. That's basically the only thing that he needs to learn how to do, and for me to take very good care of it while he is still an infant. So I wanted to know how this all started, how circumcision started, because if they're taking it out now, you know, why is it even here? So the roots of circumcision rely on religious views. Jews and Muslims used to practice it, and it became a widely accepted procedure. It's not based on science, so it is based on religious views. I decided to watch a video on circumcision, and that kind of has me going way over to the I'm not going to get him circumcised. It was very brutal watching the whole thing. The baby was screaming the whole time. And before they went into the procedure, the doctor said the baby can't feel it, the baby won't remember it. And that is half true, because if the baby couldn't feel it, why was the baby screaming every time you poked and pricked and cut? Like, you know, the baby was crying the whole time. And I watched a couple of them, and the babies were crying, you know. So, I don't know if I could put my baby through that trauma. Of course, he's not going to remember it, but he can feel it. I think that a lot of the views on circumcision, like if you ask a lot of girls who haven't been with an uncircumcised man, they will say, oh, you know, they'll say cut rather than uncut. You know, they rather a man be circumcised. And most of their reasons are because it looks better, or they think that an uncircumcised man is not clean, which is false, and this is all a social construction. Some men who are circumcised feel that they look better, you know, their penis looks better. they feel more of a man, you know, they feel cleaner, they think that uncircumcised men are not cleaner. Well, that is all false. As long as a circumcised man could be just as dirty as they think that uncircumcised men are. So, you know, any man can be uncircumcised. It's a sense of hygiene. You have to learn how to take care of yourself. From experience, one of my exes was uncircumcised, and I was sexually active with him. And to be honest, I did get, the feeling was better. He didn't have to try as hard as an uncircumcised man would to get me to where I was going. So the pleasure is a lot better. And the uncircumcised men, it says that, you know, they lose sensitivity. And it says that men with the extra foreskin, it's like a natural lubricant. And I talked to a gay friend, and he said that when he had intercourse with men who were uncircumcised, it was better. They didn't have to do as much stuff to, you know, get that in there. So that is kind of disturbing. Sorry, but yeah, so basically I think that this is all a social construction. I don't know, if you haven't seen a circumcision, I suggest that you go watch it. And I would like to know views. I would like to hear views from other moms who have sons, or mothers who are pregnant with children. And of course, if my son felt like he was going to be embarrassed because he's uncircumcised, then I would let him get circumcised in the future. But I'm not sure if I want to put him through that at this young of age. A lot of guys out here are not circumcised. They just don't practice it anymore. So I'm pretty sure he won't have any problems with it at school or anything. And even the person who I was with who was uncircumcised never had any problems about it. I wasn't really aware of it because I was like, you know, didn't have a lot of partners. So I didn't really know what it was. I knew it was different, but you know, it wasn't different in a bad way, I guess. I think that penises look fine either way. I mean, at first I was like, I don't want him to have a turtleneck and blah, 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 but you know, it's not that bad. And after seeing that video especially, I'm not sure if I can put him through that. So, it's still, I'm not positively on no circumcision, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be getting him circumcised unless I can find a better reason for it. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen because I've done lots of research. So anyways, I would like to hear your guys' views on circumcision. And yeah, so that's enough. And I will let you guys know what my decision is when it comes that time. But as of right now, I am closer to leaving him normal. I mean, I feel like we're born, we're born with it. He's born with it. Why cut it off? I don't know. So, I don't know. Just let me guys know how you feel about this and whatever. Alright, bye.